Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Mary and I give you guys an extra warm welcome. I would love it if you grabbed a snack, stayed for a while, and click the subscribe button. I would love to have you. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you more than you know. As you can tell by the title of the video, we're going to be testing out some new makeup. It's about half of the products that I showcased in my Sephora Haul haul video. So I am super duper excited. It's a lot of products, so why don't we just go ahead and jump right into it and let me get you in closer. Okay, we are going to start off with the complexion, but I did want to show you guys that I picked up the Sigma and Briana Fox brush set. It's 5 brushes. 2 are complexion brushes and 3 of them are for the eyes. So I will be using these today. You can create a full face with all 5 brushes, but I don't want to use the same brush that I used for my foundation and for my contour as well. So I did bring a contour brush and a big fluffy brush for my powder as well. But here is the set. It's a matte material on the handle. I do really love the aesthetics of this, and I love Sigma brushes. You guys know I use Sigma brushes in pretty much all of my videos. Please excuse my hair, it is a mess today. I did already prime my face, and first product we're going to jump into is the Rare Beauty. I'm gonna shake this. It is a tinted moisturizer. I picked it up in the shade 30N. It comes in a squeezy tube, so hopefully this works. It might be too light, I don't know yet. There's the consistency. It looks like a decent consistency. I'm going to jump in to the Fox 4 brush from the collection and start blending this out. Okay, definitely say it's lightweight and very, very light coverage. All right, this is what we got. The tint on this side and not on this side. And this is with another layer on top. It kind of reminds me of the MAC Face and Body. I feel personally like it is very lightweight. I'm not mad at this. I think the shade is okay, and I probably could have gone with 32N, but so far I'm liking it, and so far I'm really loving this brush as well. All right, to the next thing we're going, my hair is a mess. I'm so sorry, guys. Next thing we're jumping into is the concealer, but first I wanted to read a tiny bit about the Positive Light Tinted Moisturizer by Rare Beauty. It's a broad spectrum with SPF 20. Personally, I don't rely on that. I also have SPF underneath this. It says here, it is a weightless tinted moisturizer that instantly blurs and hydrates skin with light to medium coverage and a natural finish. Definitely not medium coverage. I don't think you can build it to medium coverage at all. Blurring, I don't know about blurring, but it definitely does even out the texture of my skin. I don't know how it would be for somebody who has a lot of texture, acne prone skin. And 30N, the N is for neutral, and I felt like it looked more golden yellow than anything. So far, I do not agree with all of the claims. Okay, so for the Lawless Concealer, I got it in the shade Shell. I feel like it's gonna be really light. We shall see. Conceal the Deal, and here it says, this long-wearing, lightweight concealer delivers buildable to full coverage with a soft focus finish that feels fresh, comfortable, and virtually undetectable to the skin. We will see. Here is what the doe foot applicator looks like. Both of these products were made in Italy. The Rare Beauty does not have a shelf life on the packaging, and for the concealer it is 12 months. So I'm going to tread really softly with this because it's so light. The doe foot applicator is kind of nice. Is it bendy? It is bendy. It's like really flat. I am going to use this brush, the Fox 4. She created it so that you can use it for all of the complexion products. So under my eye. It might be too big for under the eye without bringing it too low and doing it like that triangle shape that I don't do. Okay, so it does feel lightweight and I feel like it's blending fairly easily. Okay, this is what we're looking like and I feel like I'm looking pretty ghostly. Okay, I have one more cream product and this is the Westman Atelier Face Trace Contour Stick. It was made in Italy and it has an 18-month shelf life. The shade I purchased is Biscuit, like I said in my haul video. So let's see how this looks. It should look fine since I'm literally looking as pale as can be. Very creamy, very, very creamy. This is a Morphe E48 and I'm going to start by blending. Oh, okay, so that's blending like a dream. So far, so good. No scent to it. Yeah, it's blending nice. And it's almost drying down to like a powder consistency. I like that. All right, and this is what that contour shade looks like. And I think it's beautiful. Hopefully it still works when I get a tiny bit more tan and I have a foundation that is my actual shade, because my face, as you could tell, looks lighter than my shoulders, but it's still a beautiful color. I am really liking what I'm seeing on the viewfinder. I'm going to jump off camera. I don't have any new setting powders and then I will be back. I do have the Patrick Top blush, but I do the powder blush before I apply the cream blush on top. That's it for the creams. This is what the face looks nice and powdered. I did go in to my Makeup Forever powders. I forget what the name of this shade is. This is what I used for the under eyes and I used the Fox 5 brush for the under eyes. You can also use that like as powder contour and powder bronzer, so I'll be using it for that. I'm not sure what I was thinking because I usually use the translucent one from Makeup Forever under my eyes, but I brought that one too, so I used the translucent for the rest of my face and I'm really liking what I'm seeing so far. Now we're going to move on to the eyes, and even though I didn't purchase this through the Sephora VIB sale, it is available in Sephora currently, and it is the Gemini palette. I know this is not a new palette, but it is new to me, and I purchased the bundle from Melt Cosmetics, so I have the Gemini and a Gemini 2 to test out. But for today, since we're just trying a bunch of whole new makeup, I decided to add this to the bunch, and I'm going to do a separate video, probably a 3 looks 1 palette review style video for Gemini 2. But for now, for today, we're using this one, and they did redo the packaging and I love it. It looks so beautiful. But in case you don't know what the gorgeous palette looks like, here it is. Okay, I did prime my eyes with the MAC Paint Pot and Soft Ochre, and I am going to use the 3 eye brushes from the Sigma and Briana Fox collaboration. She did say that you can create a full eye look with just these 3 brushes. I will be using my Sigma color switch to switch off in between shades. I'm probably going to speed through this portion just because I don't want this video to be super long. Okay, first shade I'm jumping into is into the lightest shade, which is Luna. I'm going to use the Sigma Fox 2. I'm going to see if you can even see the shade on my eyelid. Probably not, but I just want to see. So I'm going to use this on my crease, kind of like a transition shade. Oh, you actually can a tiny bit. Perfect. Okay, that's what that shade looks like. I switched over to the Fox one. I don't know what I was thinking. Fluffier brush, bigger brush, easier to blend out the transition shade. Okay, now I think I'm going to jump into Lorelei right here. And I think I'm going to stick to a pretty neutral eye look just because I want to make sure that it looks good with the Patrick Ta blush. Going in with the same brush. All right, and now I am going to jump into this shade, which is Cupcake. And this is the Fox 2, the smaller brush. I did clean it off. Okay, this is what that is looking like, and I'm loving it. Loving it. I am a Gemini, by the way, so it's no surprise I'm loving this palette. There are only 2 shimmers in this palette, this beautiful green one and this like gold one. So I think I'm actually going to use both. I think I'll use this like right in the middle, closer to the outer corner, and then I'll use this in the inner corner. So Gemini will go in the inner corner, which is a beautiful warm tone gold. Okay, now we're going to jump into the Gucci eyebrow pencil. I did go into the black shade in the palette. What is it called? Bonnie? It's a very, is it Bonnie? Yeah, it's a very pigmented black. It looks like I have eyeliner and I don't. I only did it because I'm trying to test out the black, and I also wanted to use the last brush in the Sigma set. This is Fox 3 and it worked absolutely beautifully. Okay, now for my brows. So this does have a spoolie and I picked it up in shade 04, which I believe was dark brown is what I saw was the description of it. Here, let me swatch it. Oh, okay. It feels dry. It reminds me of a charcoal pencil, which I have a lot, well, had of experience working with when I painted and whatnot. I'm actually, it's almost like a powder and a pencil. So, okay, I can see why Tanya likes this because it's super easy. It's probably gonna be quick and easy to blend out. Yeah, I can see why. Super easy, quick to use. If you use a powder for your eyebrows, I think you would really like this. And if you travel, this is probably easier than having to carry your powder and then your brush that you use to put on the powder and then a spoolie. So if you use powder, I think you might enjoy this. Like, it was super, super easy to use. I did forget I have the Refi Beauty Brow Gel, so we're gonna try that out right now. Hopefully it's okay that I'm doing this after I put on my brows. I mean, because of the nature of the powder. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Hopefully okay. I'm going to put some on lightly so that I don't take away any of the pigment from the brow pencil that I already have on. And it does dry down clear from reviews I have seen and from what I have heard. Went ahead and added some mascara. I did some like nude shade liner. The Color Pop, I think Cantaloupe is the shade, and I did put highlight on my brow bone and in the inner corner. I don't think any of the shades in the palette will work for what I like. So far, the brow gel seems to be holding the brows into place, but we'll see by the end of the video. Now we're going to go into the Guerlain Terracotta Light. It's a bronzer, and I picked it up in 03, which is medium warm. Hopefully it works. I do need some warmth on this face because I look so pale right now. Like I said, I'm going to jump in to the Fox 5 brush, but let me swatch it real quick. I'm telling you, this reminds me of mi abuelita. I'm going to do a swatcheroo. I literally just see. That definitely looks pretty warm. Hopefully not too warm, like orange warm. I am going to do this a tiny bit to this brush because I feel like it's a little too composed for bronzer. And it does look like it's going to have just a tiny bit of sheen in it. So let's go right in. The shade seems a decent shade. It's not too warm where I'm thinking I hate it, but I'm not quite yet loving it. I don't know, what do you guys think? The formula is nice though. I'm liking the formula. It's blending out nice and soft, and it looks natural, which is good. Okay, that shade is not bad at all. Yeah, I'm actually liking the shade. I think it's beautiful. You do have to build it up. It reminds me of how much I have to build up the Dior bronzer. For some reason, this formula just seems a tiny bit more nice and workable than that one. I feel like that one I really have to build it up. But I'm actually liking what I'm seeing, which is good. Okay, now we're going to jump into the Patrick Ta blush, the new shade that I got. I don't think this is a new shade. I think this is the one that was in that blush palette that he released during the holidays. This is what the shade looks like, and I'll be doing the method that he does, and pretty much the way he designed these is the powder first and then the cream. Let me swatch them for you. That's the cream. Just kidding. This is the powder and that's the cream. Beautiful colors. I think I really like that. I'm excited. Okay, so I think I'm going to jump in to the brush that I use for the foundation, even though I don't like using the same brush that I used for my cream products. Hopefully I don't have to use this to blend it out, like if I use too much. Okay, so this is the Fox 4. I'm going to jump in to the powder shade. Probably too stiff for that, but we'll make it work. I'm like lightly dipping into it because I don't want to overdo it. But it's a beautiful color, and I think it's matching the eyes decently. All right, that is what it's looking like. I did go in with the jumbo powder brush and cleaned off the edges. Now I'm going to, I think I'm going to use the same one. Okay, I think I picked up too much, so tap, tap, tap. And right on top. Okay, this is what we are looking like. I think it looks good, right? I do feel like the eyes are a tiny bit dramatic. It's been a while since I've worn eyes this dramatic, right? You guys agree? But it still looks absolutely beautiful. I am not mad at what I'm seeing. Okay, the last, well, second to last, the Rose Ink lipsticks. So I got two, Demure and Poetic. Demure is the one that's in the little lipstick, and you literally just pull it out, which is great. Let me swatch this on my hand. It does have like the embossment or logo right there, and this is what the bullet looks like. Swatch it and see. I think I swatched it in the Sephora video, but this one I'd say is definitely more on like the mauve side. Hopefully these go with the eye look, at least one of them. All right, now I'm going to pop Poetic in. And this one is the darker of the two. Same embossment or logo. Okay, so this one runs more warm, I feel like, at least on my skin tone. So I think for this look, I'm going to go in to Poetic. Let me put on Demure first, just so we could see what it looks like on the lips, and then we'll switch to Poetic. Okay, they feel definitely soft. Now, the shape of the bullet is going to make it hard to put this on because it's so like straight. Beware, but it definitely feels balmy, which is nice. When I swatched it, it did feel like it could possibly be dry, but for some reason on my lips, it's feeling like balmy, which is nice. Okay, here is Demure. It's a pretty shade. I like it. All right, now I'm going to go into Poetic. It's been very windy here in Texas, at least here in Houston where I live, and my lips are so dry. So I just wiped the lipstick off and they are a tiny bit red, but I have no like, I did put a lip oil to kind of prepare my lips before I put the lipsticks. So I'll be able to see now for sure if it is the balmy feeling texture that I'm feeling or if it was just the lip oil that I had on there. So like I said, Poetic. No, yeah. Okay, yeah, I think the lip oil that I had was adding to the balmy texture because this one feels more like a satin matte than when I put Demure on, but it feels comfortable. But I would agree with the satin portion of it. Okay, Poetic. Okay, now last but certainly not least, the Professional Super Setter Spray. I have heard great things about this. I don't even know. It's a long-lasting makeup setting spray. That's it. That's all it says. Okay, I like the mist. It's very fine. I definitely feel like my face needed it. All right, guys, so it's time for a roundup on all of the products that I used for today's video. I already feel like this video is going to be so long. Okay, let's start with complexion. The Rare Beauty Tinted Moisturizer. This shade is way too light for me, which sucks. I feel like it looks okay, like it matches my neck, but it does not match my shoulders. And once I start tanning a bit, this is not going to be able to work for me at all. So I don't know if I'm going to, I hate returning items because it ends up in the trash. So I might end up giving this to a friend, I don't know yet, or returning it, I'm not sure. But I think I will either pick up 32N or One More Up. I can't remember what the shade is. I do feel like even though this is a neutral shade, when I put it on my face, it kind of pulled a little bit more orange yellow than anything. Now you can't really notice. It was pulling a little bit more yellow orange. Coverage, it's light. There's no medium at all. I don't think you can build it up. Honestly, it's a decent price, but if you don't like those type of products, then I don't think you would really enjoy this tinted moisturizer by Rare Beauty. I will leave a note or a pinned comment letting you know what I think about it. I will make sure to put it on at least a couple of more times and test it out and do a wear test. And it actually held up very well for the whole 8 hours. My T-zone looked very, very nice. I also decided to set it with a powder that had a little bit of a tint, and I feel like that helped out the shade a lot, and I'll be able to make it work a lot better. So overall, I think this is a good tinted moisturizer, and I'm really enjoying it. And all that good stuff, just to make sure I enjoy it or not. Okay, this Conceal the Deal Concealer by Lawless. I actually am enjoying it, even though this shade is a little light and you can't really tell because the tinted moisturizer is light. I'm liking what I'm seeing in my under eyes. I think it looks good. Formula wise, I'm loving it. I feel like my under eyes look absolutely beautiful. They look good. I heard mixed reviews on this, and for me personally, I'm enjoying this. So I think Lawless definitely did a better job with the concealer than the self-setting foundation, because that one I'm not enjoying as much as I'm enjoying this. Okay, next are the brow products. The Gucci eye pencil, I love it. It was super quick to use, literally so quick. You just lay it down, and then with a spoolie you just brush it and blend it out, and it worked like a charm. For the Refi Beauty brow gel, I'm gonna have to keep playing with it because I feel like it might keep my brows in place, but this one for some reason is giving me some issues, and it keeps moving. It definitely does not dry to where it's stiff, like it stays to the consistency that it feels when you first apply it. It does dry clear, but it doesn't like dry down stiff. So this one, pending on my complete opinion on this. Okay, next is the Westman Atelier Contour Stick. I'm loving this. I love the shade. I think it is a beautiful shade, and I can't wait to see what it looks like with a foundation that is my correct shade. But I am truly loving this, and I really like the packaging on this. I think it is beautiful. Okay, next product, the Patrick Ta blush. She's baked, stunning. I love it. You guys already know I adore this formula. I recently tried it out, but this shade is absolutely beautiful. Super glad I picked it up for the sale. This Guerlain bronzer, oh my goodness, I'm loving this. I think it is a beautiful shade. I do have to build it up like I mentioned, but shade wise I think it is a good one. And the smell, it reminds me of my abuelita, like seriously. Yes, I am definitely enjoying this, and I'm excited to keep putting it on my face and hopefully fall in love with it like I did with the Victoria Beckham. Okay, as far as the Gemini palette from Melt Cosmetics, all of the mattes blended out absolutely beautiful. I had no issues at all. The shimmer shades, both of them are gorgeous. They're like that chunky metallic shimmer. They do carry a little bit of a punch, and I'm really enjoying it. Cannot wait to keep using that. I will definitely have to do a 3 eye looks 1 palette with the Gemini palette. Okay, as far as the Rose Ink lipstick, I am truly enjoying it. I have Poetic on, and I did put just a tiny bit of lip liner right in the bottom on the center and in my Cupid's bow, and then kind of ran my finger on it to blend it out. But both of the shades that I picked out I think are absolutely beautiful. So I really am enjoying the formula on these, and I would agree that they are a satin finish. A little bit more on like the satin matte side, but they are not drying at all. My lips are super dry right now, and they don't feel drying. So I'm really enjoying those, and I cannot wait to keep putting them on my lips. Okay, and as far as the Sigma and Briana Fox brush set, so I used these 5 brushes and these 2 brushes. This is all I used for my face. Now, will I be doing that every day? No, I will not. Because I had to use the foundation brush for the powder blush. I don't like that. Plus, I like to have the brush that I used for my base available in case I want to, like, say I went too overboard with blush, just kind of blend out the edges. And this is definitely too small for the bronzer. I like mine just a tiny bit bigger than this, but it did fit perfectly in my under eye. The brushes for the eyes, they were nice. I need to break them in because they're a tiny bit too soft, but so far I am enjoying these and I cannot wait to keep using them. Briana, if you even get to watch this, I probably won't, but great job. I enjoy them. I understand the reason why you created these. If I traveled, I definitely feel like I could take these 5 brushes and complete my whole makeup with no issues at all. So I see definitely what you intended these to do, and they all work very well. Okay, and last but not least, the Professional Super Setter Setting Spray. I am liking it. I feel like I did a good job. The face looks beautiful. I'm not mad at it. All right, well that's it. That concludes this video of me testing out some of the new products that I picked up for my Sephora VIB Sale haul. It's a successful video. I am happy with what I see with the performance, so yay. All right, guys, please excuse my hair. It is a mess. Just needed to throw that out there one more time. With that being said, I would love it if you gave this video a big ol' thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. And you would definitely help me out in the algorithm of hopefully bringing some new fresh eyes to my channel. And if you haven't done so already, I would love it if you joined my small YouTube family by clicking the subscribe button. I would love to have you. All right, guys, I will see you on the next video.